Hey, welcome back, friends and neighbors. How you doing today? Another edition of Somewhere Downrange. I'm your host, Brad. And today, I figured I might as well come out and see if I could frustrate myself a little bit. Now, I don't know if I will or not, but I've already got a good start on it and haven't even fired a shot. Damn. Okay. In front of me, you may notice, in the lower portion of your frame, a Turkish-made weapon that for some years now, everybody's just been, their skirts are just blowing up, man. They loving it. A budget race gun. As far as I'm concerned, that's a conflicted term, to say the least. But over the couple of last few years, every now and then, I've checked out the Canik TP9 SFX budget race gun. And, I got one and I never shot it because I had some other Turkish guns that kind of turned me off of anything made somewhere other than this frickin' country. And then last weekend before, I got turned off by shit made in this country by a company whose name starts with K. But that pistol redeemed itself, had some vindication, and that's another video. Today, everybody calls them Canik, some people call them Canik. I don't know how to say it because I don't speak Turkish. But I can say this, I've already said a few choice words and I haven't even fired a bullet downrange yet. Okay, now the reason I brought it out was because a few weeks back, I had an issue with a Vortex Venom red dot that had lost its ability to make adjustments and hold zero. So I sent that into Vortex, and lo and behold, what they sent me back was an upgrade. It's that Vortex Defender ST. Now I say it's an upgrade because it appears to cost like $150 or $160 more than what I paid for that Venom. So to me, that's an upgrade. Plus, it's got better features that I like. I'm like, hey, I'm liking this. So I figured I'm going to try it out. Now, I only have two weapons that have the ability to mount an accessory optic plate. One of them is a 5.7 by 2.8 Ruger, and that's a fine weapon, and it does a good job, but I don't want to spend $1 a shot just to see if this red dot's working. So I thought, I've got that Canik, UNEQUIVICALLY, whatever the fuck they call it, and it's got plates, and it'll sit on it. It's made for it. It fits the Delta Pro footprint, so yeah. All right, I'll do that. So I dug it out and started getting it ready. And, there's a cover on top of there. And you just take the screws off and remove the cover and the rear sight with it. And then you put your mounting plate on and you take your little wrench and you put it on there. And then you put your red dot on it. Well, okay. When I was mounting the plate to mount the red dot, I was not using a great big old ratchety screwdriver. I was not using a big old T-handle Torx driver. I was using this little bitty key that Vortex sends you with the Defender ST. It's a cute little son of a bitch. And this end right here is the one you use to tighten the Torx drive screws. That just happens to fit the Torx drive screws that came with that Canik. So, hey, that's a plus. Now, you realize that when you're doing this, you can't apply much torque, right? Well, I went to take the cap off, and I got on the screws, and I thought, I'm going to have to I barely started applying pressure, and those screws came out, and I thought, well, it's a good thing I did this, because if I'd been out shooting, probably could have lost one of them. So, put the plate on, put the screws in, and was turning this down. Now, there are star washers that you put under these screws when you mount the plates, and that's all fine, well, and good. I'm not used to seeing that on pistols. But I thought, well, I'll do it like the book says. And I got down to the star washers, and I gave a little quarter turn, and it was snugging up, and I gave the next quarter turn, and this is what happened. Check out the picture. Okay. It must have took no more than 2.5 inch-pounds of torque to bust the head off of that Turkish-made fucking screw. Now, as luck would have it, they see fit to send you a little accessory box in this package when you buy it, and in that package is 2 additional screws that match those same screws that are in the gun. I wonder why they're there. So, what I'm going to do when the business day is open tomorrow is go down to my local hardware feed store and get me some screws that are the same size but have much better strength and ability to withstand any little bit of energy, because if I just put those in, I've got the sight out, I'm ready to mount it. We're going to see if the son of a bitch will stay on the gun, but if I wind up flipping a $480 red dot into the goddamn gravel because those screws break, I'm going to be one angry son of a bitch. So, without further ado, let's go ahead, throw some ammo in it. All I'm going to do right now is I got 3 different kinds of ammo. I got some 115, some 124, and some 147 defensive. I'm just going to shoot 10, 12, 14 rounds. Now, they're 18 plus 1 clip. And I can get 19 in them because they've got that little extension on the bottom. But you get 20, but your ammo rattles and it don't really sound like a good thing. So I'm just going to throw 10, 12 rounds in magazines of the different ammo and see how they do. So without further ado, this is just for function. I'm not shooting at the target yet, because why shoot for accuracy to see if it's accurate if the freaking thing won't work. And we're going to start out just using the iron sights, and when I start firing for function, the first thing I'm going to do is keep an eye on that fiber optic insert, because more than one person on the tube has had issues with those things flying out from anywhere from the first round to the somewhere in the 100 rounds. So without further ado, stand by. Let's throw some bullets in this bad girl and see if I get any more frustrated. Stand by. Alrighty then, first magazine. I just put 12 rounds in just to start, just to play with them. 115 grain Winchester range ammo, white and red box. Let's see how she does. Keep your eye on that fiber optic side filament. Stand by. Still there. Pretty good. Check the reset style, see what kind of speed we can run up out of that. What do you say? This is pretty good double taps. Stand by. Let's throw in some 124 and see what happens. What do you say? Where are you? You're over here. Got all sorts of feed coming out of there. Still got a front sight filament. That's pretty handy, ain't it? She's running them, still got a filament. I'm happy so far. Let's throw some 147 in there. Stand by. Alrighty then. 147 grain. How do you like this stuff? Do you like it at all? Runs are good. Yeah, I still got a front sight filament. Cover still feels pretty tight. Not moving around or nothing. Hell, this might be a fun gun after all. The proof will be in the pudding when we put the red dot on it and see if it stays in place. Stand by. Alrighty then. So, got the camera angle adjusted. Take me a little 15-yard walk back to the truck. And shooting 115 grainers, just range ammo. Running the iron sights. Now, obviously, no adjustments have ever been made to these. I checked the plate that the sight rides in on that dovetail that's a part of the cover plate. that covers the mounting plate portion and area for the red dot areas. So, without any further ado, let's send a few downrange. We're just going to hold a full sight picture. I'm going to use my aim point, just top of the sights, full sight picture across the center of that orange dot, and see how she does. Stand by. I gotta say, it's a pretty sweet trigger. Whoops, that's really sweet. I didn't mean to pull that one. It's very easy to get used to, and that doesn't look too bad from here for just frickin' old range ammo. Stand by. That's acceptable. Now, to my chagrin, I Dutch loaded the magazine. That's the 115s and some 124s. NATOs. They were all just in a pile there. So when I first started shooting, my sight picture was top of the sights, holding just below center. And I put several in right in there. And then I started just kind of letting the sight float in. And when it would come down and just start to expose orange over the top of the front side, I'd pull the trigger, and I got a lot of nice little shots there. That ain't bad, and surprisingly, I still have a fiber optic filament in the front sight, so I love it when a plan comes together and I didn't plan any of this shit. So, let's go ahead. As you can see, you know, those iron sights, they're not adjustable for up and down, just right and left. Man, you can't get much more right and left than that. And I'll tell you what, now I'm liking that shit. And I'm fully acceptable with it. Like I said, when I first started shooting right here, my sight picture was basically just come up into it, get about halfway, pull the trigger. After that, it was just response shooting, and it prints on the paper, so that's fine. So let's go ahead and see if we can throw that optic on there and keep it in one spot while we make a little more noise. Stand by. Alrighty, take my short little range walk back to my shooting position. Now this time I made sure we have all Winchester red and white box 115 grainers. I've got that Vortex Defender ST optic on there. Made sure the plates were snug down. Made sure I didn't give them too dang much love when I tightened them. So hopefully we won't have anything come apart. Now, this is initial sight in, so I don't know where the bullets are going to go. So stand by. Let's see what happens. It looks like I'm trending just a little right. Okay, I'll make those adjustments. Stand by. Alrighty, so got my adjustments, initial adjustments in. Let's see if I help that bullet placement any. Throw a few more down there. I really like this trigger. All right, let's check that out. You've already seen it. I got to go down and look at it. Stand by. Hell yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Honestly, I really think I'll fire a couple more shots because I really think those two that are up high, probably me. Let's put a couple more rounds in that. Try to be very, very calm when we do this. I think it's going to be all right. Alrighty, so I knocked the little sticker off. I think 2 clicks back to the right and I would be doing real well. I really do. I'm liking that. Stand by, let's make a minor adjustment. All right, complete my little range walk. Made a little adjustment. Let's see if this helped any. What do you say? Oh yeah, baby. Let's check that out. Woo-hoo. One more little click to the left. I'll be centered where I want to be. I'm just ripping right in here, and that's good. That's good. I want to be a little bit, just a touch above center at 15 yards. Hell yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, let's throw some ammo in it. Bang a little steel, what do you say? Stand by. Alrighty then. Let's ring a little steel, what do you say? See how she does on that. Comes on, looks good. Let's just work back and forth across the plates. Let's see how we do, just kind of leaning in the offhand. Ha ha! That's pretty damn fun, boys. Give me some more bullets. Feels like she's getting a little dirty. Let's go with some odd angles. I don't think there's much to kick about with this. Stand by, let's have some after action. Well, I get all his fucking feet off of me. I think I'm gonna like it. Well, yeah, okay, I like it. I still have a front fiber optic filament in there, so it's holding tough. The plate, mounting plate for the optic, it's holding strong. The little charging handle hooters they give you that screws it, it's still there. That's pretty cool. I like that, running optics. And I can't kick about the accuracy. That 5.2 inch barrel, when I do my part, it does its part for damn sure and for certain. I haven't had a hiccup yet. I haven't had a failure to feed. I haven't had a failure to eject. Haven't had any slow roll, just straight up. Yeah, doing her job, and I'm actually quite impressed. So I'll go ahead and invest in a little more ammo, and we'll go ahead and just give it a 500 round torture test coming real soon. And we'll see how she does then, see how she stands up to it. But I'm pleased. I really am. I'm pleasantly surprised. I'll say that. For a budget race gun that gives good high-speed double taps and is accurate with it and has the accuracy it has when you're aiming the damn thing for slow fire, man, I tell you what. She's putting on a good showing for me. She's putting on a good showing. I like it. And I don't want to, you know, sing the praises too soon. But I got a feeling it's going to be a pretty fun little unit. And that Vortex Defender ST is doing its job, and it is making the adjustments. Every time you click, it moves just a hair. And it's doing its job, and it's staying zeroed. And I like the fact that even at odd angles, canted over 70, 80 degrees, you're still getting a good true shot. It's hard to do that with some of them. But anyway, I'm glad you guys came out, got to see me. I'm glad I got to see you. I hope you had a little fun. And I know, they've been doing videos on these things for years. I just wanted to try out the red dot mainly, and it's doing a damn fine job. And the weapon I chose to test it with is surprising the hell out of me. Oh well. So, without further ado, hope you guys have a great week. Don't work too hard, be good to yourselves, and I'll be seeing you good folks here real soon somewhere. Downrange. Bye.